Hello and welcome to Eating Peoria. And now here's your host, the always hungry Marty Wambacher. Hello and welcome to Eating Peoria. I almost said Peoria Eats. I noticed in the last video several times I referred to this series as Peoria Eats. It's Eating Peoria. I don't know why I'm calling it Peoria Eats when I'm the one doing the eating and we're eating stuff from Peoria. Having said all that, my name's Marty, the host. Thanks for tuning in as always. I appreciate it. We're going to do something a little different today, and maybe down the road we'll do this more often. We're going to do a comparison of two sandwiches. A lot of pointing today. Comparison of two sandwiches that are pretty unique to the Peoria area. And before I even begin it, well, I'll say where they're from. One is from Avanti's. One is from La Gondola Spaghetti House, Leonardo's. They have a couple names going on there. I will say at the outset that in the past I've had troubles with Avanti's. Had problems twice trying to do a blog from there. They got pretty upset when I tried to take a picture in there, wouldn't let me do it. One of the times I actually got screamed at. I'll put links to those blogs down below if I can find them. I'm sure that I can. So I have had a little bit of a anger problem with Avanti's. I'm going to try and put that to the side because by now you've probably guessed what I'm going to compare. The Gondola versus La Gondola, Avanti's Gondola versus La Gondola's Torpedo sandwich. They're virtually the same sandwich. I've compared them before on the blog, but it was a few years ago. Back then, La Gondola won that comparison. But we'll see who's going to win today. And I just want to say the thing about Avanti's. I'm going in there not holding any grudges or anything. I will say, though, that since they don't like pictures, I didn't take any pictures there. Took plenty of the La Gondola. Boy, I'm having trouble talking today. Took plenty of pictures of La Gondola. So I thought, what should I put up whenever I mention Avanti's? Because I want to put something up over there, over there. I can't, over here. So I thought, you know what? Anytime I mention Avanti's, we'll put up a picture of a dog taking a shit. I think that's pretty representative. So without any further ado, we'll go into this. I'm going to show the packaging kind of presentation of the two products first and give you the price. Then I'll put them on a plate. We'll take a little break. I'll put them on a plate, and then we'll try both sandwiches. The Gondola versus the Torpedo. Here is Avanti's packaging. Just a plain white bag. They did staple the receipt there, but they didn't put the price. I will go over the price of the Avanti's Gondola was $5.42. This is a plain paper bag, no logo, nothing on it. We'll take the Gondola out. I'm not going to unwrap it on camera. Here it is. I got half a Gondola, half a Torpedo. Not a bad size there. Pretty good weight to it, so maybe they'll have some ingredients in it. There's Avanti's. And again, you can see the little doggy up there. I picked those out. Here's La Gondola's. They have superior packaging. Nice plastic bag. Logo on both sides of the bag. Pretty impressive. Price for theirs, though, a big difference in the price. They say you get what you pay for. Avanti's was $5.42. La Gondola, $9.10 with tax on both. So here, I also got a knife with this one. In case you want to go over back to Avanti's and stab somebody. I will say, though, the guy working the counter at Avanti's was very nice. And here's theirs. About the same size. About the same weight portion, too. So maybe this will be closer than when I did it on the blog. We shall see. I'm going to put both sandwiches on plates, get a couple napkins, get all set. So we will be back, as the old used to do in the old pizza days, in 3, 2, and 1. We are back. Sandwiches are unwrapped. Before I get to the sandwiches, though, I just want to talk about where the conditions were like where I picked them up at. Avanti's, you go to the back of the building. You don't go to the dining room. There's like a little room in the back that has a counter there. You pick it up. That was kind of a dump. Wasn't that impressed with that. The guy working there was super nice. They did do I think I said in the last one, it only took 4 minutes to get the Gondola. So service was good. That room is just kind of a dump, though. I guess it's just a pickup spot, so I shouldn't be too negative. I'm trying to hold back my anger on Avanti's. La Gondola, Leonardo's Spaghetti House. Far superior, even though I didn't look at the dining room at Avanti's. Leonardo's, La Gondola, I don't know what you're supposed to, they have like different names going on. Well, from here on in, it's La Gondola Spaghetti House. La Gondola has a really nice dining room. There's grapes hanging from the ceiling. They got a tree in the middle of it. A cool stained glass thing going on. Nice counter that you order at. People are super friendly in there too. I think it's the owner that is behind the counter. He's in there every time I've gone in. I've done several blogs from there. They don't mind me taking pictures in there. So anyway, the far as the two places, La Gondola wins hands down on that as far as the ambiance where you pick them up at. Yeah, and I think I mentioned. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned the pickup time at La Gondola was a lot longer. It was like twice. It was like I think about 10 minutes to get the sandwich. Both places were slammed. So now, speaking of sandwiches, time to get to the crucial moment here. Start off with Avanti's gondola. Here's the gondola from Avanti's. I took a picture of both of them. Well, we will put the picture up since I didn't have to take it in the restaurant, as opposed to putting up one of my dog shitting photos. So there it is. I took the bun off the top of both of them. We'll show that as well. Let me pick it up here. I can actually eat this on camera as opposed to the other times. There it is. Not a lot of looks like you get one slice of ham. I'm not going to bother opening it up. You get one slice of ham, one slice of salami, and a slice of cheese. There it is. Bread somewhat fresh, not extremely fresh though, for what they're kind of famous for. Let's take a bite and see what we think. It's not bad. Get a little bit of ham salami flavor. Don't really taste the cheese. I'll give each sandwich. We'll give them each sandwich. We'll give 3 bites. It's chewy. Like I said, not bad. Nothing extraordinary. It actually seems better than the last one I had. And if I wasn't rating this or anything, I would happily eat it. It's somewhat tasty. The bread is fresh, but it's not super fresh. Again, one last bite here. Okay. I will say that's better than the last one I had. They're skimpy with the ingredients. I mean, you can get it with. I'm spitting shit out here. You can get it with extra meat and I think cheese too, which is what I would do if I was ordering from there. I mean, I'll probably never. I shouldn't say this. Maybe we'll do a pizza thing or something. I probably would go there then. I doubt in my personal life I'm never going to order from them again from the rude way I was treated there. Again, doing a blog, trying to give them free publicity and to get yelled at. So let's leave that behind. I shouldn't get going on that. I'm not going to rate these. I'm just going to pick which one is better. Okay, here is La Gondola Spaghetti House. This feels a little heavier. I think this has more ingredients. So anyway, here's La Gondola. The bread feels fresher than Avanti's. Let me pick the sandwich up. Yeah, and it feels heavier. And it looks like they have more ingredients. They just have one slice of ham, but it's really thick. I didn't want to disassemble it to take photos of that. Take my word for it. A thick slice of ham, couple slices of. They have more ingredients on this one. Piece of lettuce is falling off. All right, here it is. As you can see, you can tell there's more ingredients on this, and the bread is fresher. Let's take a bite. The bread is way more fresh. Avanti's. I don't know when they bake their bread. The bread is way fresher. I mean, it tastes like they just baked it. There is more ingredients in this too. More ingredients, more flavor in this one. You can kind of see who's going to win. And again, I'm not doing this out of hostility, but this one is just, and you can see that there's more in there. Both of them could use a little more ingredients. The other pro tip that I would give to both places, because I saw at La Gondola, I could see them. You can see the kitchen, and I watched them as they were really busy. But I watched them as they were making the preparations and putting stuff in bags. A lot of times there's a woman working back there, and several times I saw her throw packs of mustard in. I thought, oh wow, maybe I'll get some mustard with it, which I like to have mustard on the sandwich, but they didn't put it in. So I thought, well, I'm not going to add it then. All right, let me take my third bite. Yeah, hands down, Leonardo's wins by a long shot. I mean, Avanti's is a lot cheaper. 542 versus 910. Again, though, they say you get what you pay for. So if you want to go the cheap route, go to Avanti's. You know, keep thinking of that of a dog taking a shit while you're eating it. If you want quality, you're not afraid to pay for it, which to me, it's like if I'm going out to eat or if I'm picking something up, I'd rather pay a little more and get something good. So Leonardo's wins hands down. I will say, I'm raising my hands a lot. I will say the Avanti's Gondola wasn't as bad as the last one I had, but the bread wasn't super fresh. I mean, one slice of ham, one salami. Leonardo's did have more ingredients. Both of them is, if I'm critiquing both of them could stand to put a little more meat in the sandwich. But in the battle of the two sandwiches, La Gondola wins by a long shot. Their Torpedo, I highly recommend that. Gondola wasn't as bad as I remembered, but I will never go back there again. I might go back for this series. Anyway, I'm rambling on here. I'm not going to rate anything. They won. There's that burp. Always signals the end of the show. So thanks for tuning in. La Gondola wins. Avanti's hope forever. You will forever think of a dog taking a shit after this. Have a great Monday. Man, I'm burping. Have a great Monday, everybody. We will see you next week on Eating Peoria, not Peoria Eats. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.